All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel for another raid video, and today I'm excited for a couple reasons. First of all, we are done with the Pythion fusion, so that is very exciting. It's a great relief to have him finished and chilling here with my other fragment champions ready to be summoned. So that is the main reason that I am excited. Another reason that I'm excited is if you watched my video yesterday, you will notice that I only had 51 sacreds. Well, I picked up 2 more today from Clan Boss. So on my Ultra Nightmare chests, my clan downs Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare, and Brutal usually every day. And so I got 2 chests from Ultra Nightmare, and each one had a Sacred Shard in it. So I was super excited about that. Back at 53 Sacreds, and I'll show you why this number is important in a minute. And the third reason I am excited is because also, if you watched my video yesterday, I said that I needed to either finish in the top first or second place in my arena tournament for the 5 fragments, or I was going to have to participate in the 3rd artifact enhancement event of this fusion, which I really didn't want to do. I really wanted to save my silver. So my choices were either push hard in the tournament and finish first or second, or dump a bunch of silver today. So if you watched that video yesterday and you see that I'm done with the fusion, you know what my silver count was yesterday, and you will know that by drawing all those conclusions that I did in fact take first place in the Classic Arena Takedown Tournament. So super excited about that. Got the last 5 fragments I needed so I can skip the artifact enhancement. I got 6 pieces of, I think it's 5-star Relentless gear, which could be good, could be bad. I haven't checked, but yeah, me and Rick here, we're duking it out for a little bit until I decided to pull ahead. I went pretty hard in the last hour to make sure I was, either very comfortably in first or very comfortably in second. So managed to get first place. I'm excited about that. I think I'm sitting in Platinum Arena right now. Yeah, I am in Platinum right now. I don't plan on being here for long because the fights are crazy hard. I mean, you've got teams like this, 28 million player power, +4 every champ, almost 6, 4 to 6 red stars on everyone. This is just an insane team. So I don't plan on being up here, but yeah, so excited to be done, excited to have managed my resources the way I have, and excited to have gotten those 2 sacreds. So the reason this 53 sacred number is important is because I did a spreadsheet yesterday comparing my resources in game, my shard count, my energy, my silver, my gem count, my brews, my chickens, to kind of give an idea of where I started with the event and where I finished the event. So I've added another layer to that today. Go back into MS Paint. So you'll see it's broken down into 3 rows, and I put beginning here. The first row is where I started at. The middle row was the row I made yesterday. I called it middle, even though it's not the middle, it's toward the end, but the last row is today's, and we are officially at the end. So now we can kind of go back and compare the first to the third, or even the first and second to the third, and you'll see that my energy did go up from yesterday, but it went down from the beginning, right? So you can look at these numbers, but the really important thing I want to point out is that my sacred count from beginning to end stayed the same, which is massive. I mean, a lot of people say, you need X amount of shards for champion chase, you need X amount of shards for summon rush. My ancients have gone up since the beginning, my sacreds have stayed the same, and my voids have gone down by 3, right? So everything has gone up since the beginning, except for my brews, which I'm, less than 30 brews away from where I started. I'm 3 void shards from where I started, and I'm, about 9,000 energy from where I started. So if I told you you could complete a fragment fusion, with 9,000 energy, 3 void shards and 30 brews, you'd be like, hell yeah, sign me up, In reality, it took more than that, but I just want to show you the importance of doing your dailies, doing your weeklies, doing your advanced quests, doing your Doom Tower levels, and doing clan boss. It all adds up, as you can see, because that's what I do essentially every day. If we go back to the game, I come in here, I do all my daily quests, I make sure my weekly quests are up to date, make sure monthly, we're on track, and then my advanced quest, I'm not really good at completing all of these. I usually do probably 5 to 7 advanced quests. Like I've already used all my faction war keys. I'm not interested in tag teams, so I don't usually do this step unless I can find a bunch of one-man defenses, but I don't usually do this. And then this also has to do a tag team. So I'll most likely leave this as it is before reset, so I'll do 7 out of 10 today. And then Doom Tower. I'm finished with normal and hard rotation. So I'm not getting any more resources from there, but, as you can see, it resets in 2 days, right? So in 2 days' time, we're going to have our next Doom Tower rotation. I believe it's the Eternal Dragon rotation. So we'll get a whole new series of rewards from that. Clan boss, I'm hitting, you can see we already killed Ultra Nightmare, 1 keyed Ultra, 1 keyed Nightmare, 1 keyed Brutal, almost killed the thing by myself. But yeah, I just want to talk and mention how important resource management is, and how important it is to do your daily activities every day, because as you can see from just me tracking everything, if you're able to do everything in the game, do it. If you're not able to do everything, do as much as you can, especially when it comes to activities that yield resources like silver, brews, energy, chickens, shards, gems, anything that you can basically store on your account that's going to be needed for future events and activities is worth doing. A lot of people will say, don't overcap your energy. I've never listened to that advice. I've always overcapped my energy. It's always served me well. So I would say don't be afraid to overcap your energy. That being said, I am probably hindering my progress in a little bit, because I do have a backlog of champions to 5-star, 6-star, ascend, get masteries for. I could run, 1,000 runs of Fire Knight for Savage Gear. I could run, 1,000 Spider runs for Silver. I could do a lot of things, right? But it's not necessary. My account and where I'm at right now, it's not necessary. It would be nice to have those things, but it's not necessary. And while I am an advocate of kind of thinking ahead, planning ahead, and looking for the future, it's not an immediate need, or I can't see it being an immediate need, especially because the content we have in the game right now is pretty well discovered, you might say. People have kind of figured it out. And so much uncertainty, we still have so much uncertainty going forward. Are we going to get another difficulty of Hydra? Is this really going to be the year of PvP? And what does that mean? What does it mean for Classic Arena? What does it mean for Tag Team Arena? Are we going to get a new arena on top of that? Are we going to get more Great Hall levels? As you can see, mine's filled up, right? So everything's full, sitting on almost 23,000 medals. I can't do anything with these. Am I going to be able to do something with these? Is there going to be a shop? Is there going to be higher levels? Will this go to 15, 20? I don't know. So, and also, keep in mind that people or content creators who say, don't overcap your energy because it just refills. Well, they're looking at it in terms of, oh, well, you can use gems to buy energy, right? Most people say that's the most valuable use of your gems, to buy energy or to buy masteries for your champions. But guess what? They're getting content creator perks every week, right? I'm not getting these perks because I'm not, I guess, big enough in Raid's eyes to be worthy of those perks. But, they're getting, I think, like 13 or 1,500 gems a week, right? So they don't care if their energy's, if they burn through all their energy, because they're just getting free gems from Plarium, right? So keep that in mind when they tell you, do this or don't do this. Is, well, what are they getting? And then also, they're also spending money on the game. So if you don't have the money to spend and you're not getting free gems every week, don't be afraid to overcap your energy. I'm still debating on whether or not to buy the Forge Pass. I think since they buffed this set, it's pretty good. 12% speed, 20% ignore defense. That's only a 5% different from Savage. And this you can craft. You can kind of form this in whatever way you want. Yeah, there is a level of RNG, but there's a greater level of RNG of farming Fire Knight, where you have, 10 to 12 armor sets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 armor sets, right? So you have a roughly 10% chance to get, a piece of Savage gear, and then on top of that, it has to be, crit damage glove with crit rate, or crit rate gloves with crit damage, or an attack percent chest with crit rate, crit damage, or attack percent boots with speed, attack, crit damage, crit rate. It's a lot more RNG heavy farming for it than being able to craft it, and it's only a 5% difference. Same 4-piece set, 5%, you get more speed. So there's an argument to be made that this set is better because you can go with attack percent boots and maybe have a couple speed substats, and because you get 12% speed, which Savage doesn't give you, you don't have to have speed boots, but you can still kind of stay in that speed tune rotation of an arena team. So you're not sacrificing speed, and you're able to run attack percent boots instead of speed boots, maybe if you're running a 4-piece Savage set. So I'm still debating on whether to buy this or not. If I had to say right now, I'd probably say I would, but that could change. So we'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, I am happy to be done with the fusion. I'm happy to have him. Am I going to pull him right away and build him and use him? No. And some people may be confused as to, well, you told us that, we should go for this champion and that you were going for it. And, You put all this time and resources. Why are you not going to pull him? Why is he just going to sit here? Well, I would rather have him than not have him, right? I'd rather have him and not need him than need him and not have him. So I have him. I can pull him anytime I want. If the need arises, I would be more than happy to pull him and invest into him. As of right now, there's nothing in the game that I need him for specifically, so he will stay here. I think it was worth it. I don't regret going for him. I don't think just because I don't pull him immediately and build him and get him masteries and look for, you know, a soul for him that he's not worth it. He's very worth it. I'm very happy to have him. I am, I'm happy I did what I did, but he's gonna stay here for right now. As far as what my future plans are going forward from here, start prepping. Honestly, start prepping for the next fusion. It's never too early. Save shards. I'm not gonna pull for this extra legendary event because I'm nowhere near to my mercy counter on sacreds. Plus, it's still only a 6% chance, right? So it's not a 2x sacred with, buy one, get one, extra legendary. Still normal rates, still 6%. If you pull a legendary from a sacred, you will be very lucky. You won't be owed unless you know your mercy counter and you're close or you're right at it. I wouldn't recommend pulling for this. I think people, really underestimate how small of a percentage 6% is, because I think they compare it to these other rates, which were, abysmal, half of 1% chance. And then they see 6%, and they go, "Oh man, that's crazy." In percentage terms, it's crazy higher than these other ones. It's like, yeah, but it's still 6%. It's not, it's not like you pull sacred shards and every one or every other one is a legendary. So just keep that in mind. The odds are not in your favor, and who knows? You could pull 2 crappy legendaries. So I personally am not going to be pulling for this event. I don't recommend people pull for it unless you know your mercy counter and you're very close or right at it. So yeah, I'm gonna, already start prepping for the next fusion. I'm gonna start collecting energy. I'm going to start saving energy pots in my inbox. I'm going to keep overcapping my energy here. Today I went and bought all the energy from the clan shop. I bought my Yakaro fragments. I'd actually like to know how close I am to him. 61, yeah, and you can only buy 5 a week, so that's like 8 more weeks of buying, which I have a pretty large amount of clan gold. Yeah, almost 27k, so this will just be a time issue, not a resource issue. Nothing else in here really interests me besides the energy in your Carl. Don't care about skins and nothing else. Yeah, so gonna start saving energy, going to try and collect some silver and not gain silver at the cost of energy. I'm going to start maybe do a little food farming in preparation. I'm going to keep farming my Doom Tower bosses and get those pieces get those forge materials for the forge so I can forge gear during CVC for points. Keep doing my clan boss, keep doing faction wars. Not gonna focus on any dungeons really, except maybe Sand Devil, but this still, this content still doesn't interest me that much, so it's like whatever. Keep doing my Iron Twins keys, and yeah, prep. That's what we're doing. I am gonna make a separate video on the Lunar Deck of Fate, probably closer to. I'll probably make a video on it the day it's set to expire, so I can, pull all these, flip all these cards and see what I get and kind of talk about that a little bit. I am still working on my long-term project of this Titan event, which will be going over essentially the cost of point acquisition versus the rewards received. And not going to participate in this at all. I am so happy I don't have to do this. Again, almost 5,000 points for the fragments. That's an easy, 15 to 20 million silver I don't have to use. I don't care about any of these rewards. Don't care about these anniversary points. So very happy I don't have to do that. And actually not probably, I'm not going to participate in Tag Arena or Ice Golem tournament. And then Dragon's already done. So that is the plan for now. We're going to start prepping for the next fusion. It's never too early to start prepping, especially now that we know that inflation has come to raid and has come even harder to fusion events. Typically, fragment fusions are the easier of the two between traditional fusions and fragments. So if the easier event, which we just had, has seen inflation to this degree to where you need, 10 sacreds instead of 7 for Summon Rush, and you need 5,000 points for artifact enhancement instead of 3,000, and now there's 3 of them instead of 1 or 2, and the point requirements are going up for champion chase as well. I can't stress enough how important it is to prep early and prep often, because it's not going to get better. I can guarantee you with almost 100% certainty that they are going to start requiring more of players, not less, right? Because they know, their metrics show them how many shards people are holding on to, how many books people are holding on to, how much gems, how much energy pots, how many chickens are they sitting on, how many brews, their metrics all show them that. So clearly they see a reason to increase the thresholds, whatever that reason may be. It doesn't matter. The important thing is it's not going to go away, and it's not going to go down, and it potentially could even go up from here, right? Especially for a traditional fusion, since those are the harder ones. So if our next fusion is a champion that's good or better than Pythion, and it's a traditional fusion, buckle up, because you are going to need a significantly more resources than this current fusion that just ended or is in the process of ending come the end of these couple of events we have left. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to keep doing my daily stuff to gather resources. I'm going to keep preparing, keep doing Clan Boss. I'm going to hit Doom Tower whenever it resets for the next rotation, start collecting resources there. And basically just protecting myself and my account for the future of Raid, because I do see things getting more expensive and harder to do, and I would hate to tell you to participate in events that don't matter, right? Like this Lunar Deck of Fates, like this 4th Anniversary Titan event, like this artifact enhancement, like the Tag tournament or Ice Golem tournament. None of this stuff matters in terms of what you're investing versus what you're getting out of it. So stay focused, keep gathering the resources that you can gather easily that aren't breaking the bank, and just start prepping, because I'm telling you, you're going to regret if there is another fusion that's of Pythion's caliber or higher and you're unable to get them, right? Because you YOLO'd a bunch of shards for this get extra legendary. I saw a screenshot on Reddit, I saw a screenshot on Twitter, this guy he pulled a Duchess, and he pulled a Kymar, or he pulled a Theodore, and he pulled a Calphalanx, or he pulled a Rhodos, and you know, a Hefrak, you know, so that could be me. It's like, yeah, it could, but most likely it's not going to be. So save your resources, collect your resources, and you know, have fun at the end of the day. If your idea of fun is YOLOing shards and YOLOing Spider Dungeon for silver, and you know, buying all the keys, you know, buying another set of keys every day for Iron Twins, be my guest. Don't, you know, just forget everything I said. If YOLOing is what you find fun and you don't care about planning for the future, then do that. I'm just talking to the people who are like me, who like to plan ahead and who like to protect themselves from Plarium's greed as much as they can. So a little bit of a longer video, but kind of went on a rant there. But yep, happy to be done, happy to get more sacreds, and happy to not have to do artifact enhancement. So that's all for the video. Let me know in the comments if you guys completed the fusion, if you're kind of crunching last minute to get the fragments, if you've pulled him and built him and are using him somewhere, where is it you're using him? How is that going? Has he made a significant difference on your account? And I will catch you in the next video.